My name is Jason Payne. I am the lead pastor here at East River Park Christian Church, and we made an announcement on Sunday that I think is certainly worthy of making sure that was announced, not just in service, but for those that couldn't be there. So just finding a way to say this online. On Sunday, I had shared that last year during our giving series, I challenged, it was the last message of the giving series, I challenged the church to pay off the church debt. And at the time, that balance was over $130,000. And I didn't have we didn't have any financial calculations for how to do that. We didn't run those numbers. We didn't have a debt campaign payoff for that. It was just this right biblical understanding that God owns it all. So why not? Why couldn't this church get rid of that debt in 2 years? Now, to be fair, I said that during the message, and then that week I just I thought, man, maybe that was a mistake. Just knowing the size of our church and knowing what large amount that is, that maybe I shouldn't have said that. That maybe that was too ambitious. I didn't want to discourage our church when that took 3 years, 5 years, 10 years to pay off. That God could do what He wanted with that. And so, but this past Sunday, before the message, I made the announcement that as of this past Tuesday, this church is debt-free. And that fills me with not just a relief, but a thankfulness for God's goodness. For us to say, that's going to take 2 years, and that being a crazy number, and God say, well, I'll do it in under a year. And so God just stirring in the hearts of the people generosity to not just build a kingdom of East River Park, but to build God's kingdom. And so it was just truly a testimony. It's not just about money, that God has been good and faithful in my life and good and faithful to this church. And in many ways we didn't deserve, and in many times that we doubted. And so as just an encouragement of not just that this church is debt-free, praise the Lord, but that God is a good God and a gracious God and a faithful God, and His faithfulness and His steadfast love to His children was really reminded me this past weekend. And so just getting able to celebrate that with the church. I'm sure we'll set up a future date to actually formally celebrate that, get a cake or something. But just wanted to make that announcement. East River Park Christian Church is now debt-free, and that is to God's glory, and certainly not my own. At the beginning of all this, I was reminded, we just, among friends and staff, reminded of the passage in Galatians 6:9, and it had just become this passage that I constantly ran through my mind, and we would tell the church at times that let us not lose heart in doing good, and how easy that is. Let us not lose heart in doing good, for in due time we will reap if we do not grow weary. And I know a lot of us tend to lose heart. A lot of us just grow tired of doing good. Is it worth it? And what a testimony that this church has now that it's worth it. And so just wanted to make that formal announcement to you all, to celebrate with this church, to see what God is doing, and for all the exciting things that are still ahead. So thanks.